What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Busy Dad's Board Gaming. I'm Neil Odette, and today I'm going to be taking you through an unboxing of Funfair by Good Games Publishing. So let's dive right into it. All right, so here we have Funfair by Good Games Publishing, as I mentioned, designed by Joel Finch and art by Mr. Cuddington. Now, if you're not familiar with Good Games Publishing, they actually did a game a few years back in 2017 called Unfair. This is the exact same theme, the exact same premise, some of the same mechanics, but with Unfair, there was somewhat of a take that mechanic in which you could go around messing with your opponent's theme park, closing down the rides, things of that nature, so that they didn't score as many points or gain as much money at the end of the round. Funfair has taken that out. This is more of a forgiving, lighter weight game than what Unfair was. So we'll open up the box and we'll take a look to see exactly what's inside here. But first, let's take a look at the back. So here we have the back of the box with quite a bit of art. So we have some rides, so super attraction with some upgrades, staff member over here, a leisure ride, things of that nature. But if we take a look here and have a read, it says, "Can you build the best theme park in town? Choose and build an exciting mix of attractions in your very own theme park. Upgrade them to match blueprints or just to stack up towering rides that pull in crowds and make the most cash. Hire staff members and build super attractions to maximize your park strategy for the win." So things you can do in the game is you can build attractions and recruit staff members. You can upgrade your rides. You can design specific rides to match blueprints that you get in the game that will score you more points. And that's pretty much it. This is more or less the art of what your theme park will look like when it's built. You have your main gate along with some rides here that are upgraded and staff members over to the left. So this is ages 14 plus, 2 to 4 players, which is strange. I don't know why they decided to go with 2 to 4 because Unfair was actually 2 to 5. Not sure if that's really going to make a difference. I know it won't for me, but either way. And then it's 15 minutes per player. So let's flip this back on over, pop off the top, and see what's on the inside. All right, so as we open it up, we got some Good Game Publishing catalog here. We'll just toss that to the side. And then we have the rule book. So comparatively, if we want to compare it to Unfair, because that is obviously the closest comparison, this 12-page rule book, I believe Unfair was something along the lines of 20-some pages. So this is actually much more streamlined. We have a picture of some of the components over here, the setup and what it's going to look like. Feel free to pause this at any time. You can take a more in-depth look. You've got the cards, talking about the attractions and how the card's made up, and then the different types of upgrades that you can get. Showcase cards, so those are the main attractions. Those are the big, huge rides in the game. Those are literally the showcases. Talking about blueprints here. So you have an option, at least you did in Unfair, to get blueprints, and if you fulfill what the blueprint is, you get additional points at the end of the game. City cards, sort of things that will happen from round to round. These are more conducive to a funner game as opposed to in Unfair there were good cards and bad cards. So, and then a new addition to this are actually award cards. So this one here says build a park with the most theme icons, which would be these here. So themes, you have your fairy tale theme, jungle theme, pirate theme, and robot theme. So if you have a park with the most themes, according to this award card, you'd score more points. So that's a new addition to Funfair. Here we have a photo somewhat of what your park is going to look like when it's built. You have 5 spaces to build rides, and on each of those rides you can have upgrades So for instance, we have a swinging ship that has a deluxe quality upgrade, lockers and coat check upgrade, comfortable seating upgrade, and a flagpole. So things like that. And over here you have where you actually hire your staff members. That will gain you additional benefits as well. Then we get into the how to play. So it's broken down over 4 steps and goes over 6 rounds. So in those steps, you'll draw a city card, which will tell you, give you a benefit for the round, and then you'll have, in clockwise order, you'll each take turns taking up to 4 actions. You start with 3, you could get up to 4 to build rides, upgrade rides, things of that nature, and then you go into your guests step, which will actually earn you coin to further expand your park as you go, and then clean up, and then we get into scoring at the end. I do enjoy the take that aspect and mechanic of unfair, so we'll see how it plays without, being able to screw around with your opponents. Here we have the main board, so you have your award draw pile, city draw pile, blueprints, and park. Here we have market, where you'll put from the park deck, you'll place 6 face-up cards in the market that you could buy each turn. And this is double-sided, so if you're playing a game where you're sitting across from each other, you could do that. Or if you're playing a game where you're sitting on the same side, you have the whole market laid out down here. Okay, here we have the turn or the round track marker. So you have the front of a roller coaster, it seems. Pretty nice little addition, similar to Unfair. You have your pencil and your score, how to keep score, and then here we have all the money tokens. You see the. Let's crack this open. The first player token, I believe, the stand right here. Nothing extraordinary or special about any of that. But then we get into the actual decks. So let's throw this aside for a second. Pull out the handy dandy knife, because I'm never good at opening these in a timely manner. I'm sure people don't want to sit here for 10 minutes and watch me struggle open a deck of cards. All right, so looking at this, okay, so right off the bat, we have the 4 main gate cards. These will be dealt out to each player. That kind of gives you an idea of what your park can hold. So in this case, it says a total of 5 attractions is what you can have in your park. So here we have city cards. These are going to give you, each round, the first thing you draw is a city card. And for instance, it will give you something that will affect the players for the entire round. So this round, each player is affected by a 2-for-1 deal. After you build a card from the market and complete any abilities on the card as usual, you may draw a park card. So things of that nature. There's a handful of these here. So pretty good effects. Whereas in Unfair, you had some good effects and some bad effects. So this is all about good effects. There's no take that mechanic. You can't mess around with your opponent's park. It's all about just being able to build the biggest park possible. And here we have the blueprint cards. So these will give you options to create specific things. So for instance, silver screen, complete all items, penalty if incomplete. So you get deducted 10 points if you don't complete it. But if you have any theater with any feature upgrade, at the end you get 10 points. And then if you complete the top part, you have a bonus to complete the bottom part, which is all theaters in your park have a quality upgrade. And it tells you exactly what level of difficulty that would be. So easy in this case, medium, and they have a few that are relatively difficult. So just more ways to score points in the game. And then we get into, okay, so here we have the 3 showcase cards. So F is fairy tale theme, you have jungle theme, pirate theme, and then robot theme. Depending on the number of players, you shuffle the theme cards together, or the showcase cards together, and deal one to each, and that will be in your deck and available for you to build, or be in the park deck and available to build if you are able to get it. Costs 20 to build, so pretty pricey, but they provide you with 3 stars, which is how you will be earning money throughout the game. The more stars, the more potential to earn money. And then we get into some attractions. So here we have some thrill rides, leisure rides, water slides, some food and restaurants, cinemas, freak shows, amusement arcades, haunted castle, remote control boats, some staff members. So all of these are able to be hired or built inside your park, and will give you stars, which are more or less the amount of people that will visit your park, that will earn you coin or dollars at the end, so that you can spend them on more and better rides. Okay, and we have some more staff members. So these ones look as though they are specific to each theme. So robot performer, pirate performer, jungle performer, and fairy tale performer. And then, whereas the other deck was mostly the rides, I'm sure this is probably mostly the upgrades. So you can upgrade a ride with comfortable seating, upgrade it with a flagpole or a corkscrew element, which shows you it can only be built on theme rides, on thrill rides. So not every upgrade can be put on every single ride. Inclined loop, we got a whirlpool element, a sea serpent roll. These are all for thrill rides. And then we get into air conditioning. So obviously air conditioning can't be built on a roller coaster. So it says specifically not on rides, but you can build it in theaters and things of that nature. Then we get into an express queue. After you build this upgrade, you may choose a card from the market and put it into your hand, things of that nature. So very much in keeping with the theme of the game, obviously. An information kiosk, lockers, and coat check, and so on and so forth. You can upgrade the quality, so superior or deluxe quality. And then you have specific themed upgrades. So in this game, even if you have a pirate ship attraction, you can still be upgraded with a fairy tale theme or a jungle theme, or a robot theme, etc. So you could have a fairy tale jungle themed roller coaster. It doesn't have to be one or the other. If you have the cards to play and you can afford them, you can play them. Not a big deal. And then finally, we have the Finest Park Awards, so the awards themselves, and at the back, reference cards. And this goes into your city cards deck. Once you get down to a certain point, then you're no longer able to take blueprints. But we have, before that, we have the awards. So again, 5 different awards, so not a whole lot of choice here, but it should still add a little bit of variability into the game as to what people might be going for. So most quality icons, most guest services, most feature icons, lowest star total. So essentially, if you're doing the worst, you could potentially score an additional 15 points. But there you have it. That was the unboxing of Funfair by Good Games Publishing. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified on any future videos. I do unboxings every Wednesday and also do reviews and how to play videos, so don't miss out on those either. Lastly, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Links for everything in the description below. But until next time, thanks for watching and happy gaming.